There's a very meaningful application of this dichotomy and looking at the world situation in the moment, which is everything really fucked up? Or is everything actually mm, perfect, right? And everything tending to itself. Mm, and it's both and neither, but it's actually, again, the cylinder isn't just both and neither, circle, rectangle. There's a deeper way of understanding what that means. We can look at how all the exponential technology, your phone has the computational capability of supercomputers not that long ago. We can look at all of the places where technology is giving us the capability of building better technology faster that is enriching certain aspects of the quality of people's lives. And when there are tremendous metrics around how everything's getting better. At the same time, there's all these metrics regarding biodiversity loss and ocean acidification
Yeah.
and overarching environmental metrics problems and war that's empowered by more and more uh, powerful technology and where everything's getting worse. And you can cherry pick the data on either side you want.
No
But if you
doubt.
look at big enough data sets, things are getting exponentially worse and exponentially better at the same time.
Mm.
You can say, well, what does that mean if things are getting exponentially better and exponentially worse? Because obviously neither of those are the trajectory to project where we're going. What it means is the current system is destabilizing, right?
Mm.
Things are moving further and further away from a center line. The system's destabilizing because we have a world system overarchingly that is coming to the end of its life cycle, to the end of its phase, where we've had a world system that had exponentially increasing population with exponentially increasing resource per capita, all based on extracting more and more stuff, exponentially more stuff from
Mm.
the earth each year and turning it into trash. How long can you run a linear materials economy where you take stuff out of the earth unrenewably faster than it regenerates and then turn it into trash, put it back in the earth on a finite planet, with an exponential rate of you can't run it that long, and we basically are at the end.
Yeah.
So, and yet that system has given the technologies and tools that are necessary to build the next system.
Right.
And so we're at this very interesting place where what is necessary for the emergence of a new world that is at a radically higher quality of life possible for everyone than has been possible so far is emerging. But it will be a fundamental redesign of everything, of economics, of governance, of infrastructure, of worldview. We're also at a place where the current world, it really is ending and having to change. And so then
It it feels antiquated. And I'm
it,
not sure if it's a generational thing. I don't know if every generation feels this.
well, no, this is not just generational. There's generational stuff, but there's since the plow, we started
Yeah.
removing stuff from Earth faster than we were regenerating it. And since the Industrial Revolution, exponentially faster. And we're actually talking about the end of a phase that started then.
So it's not that long.
Well, not that long in evolutionary terms,
Right.
the entirety of what we call recorded history. Um,
Yeah, but yeah, considering
so from
yeah,
evolutionary, not long.
yeah.
From human awareness of our own uh, history standpoint, the whole of what we've had so far is a phase coming to an end, which has been a phase defined by finite games, zero sum games, finite amount of resources, and the total number of us are growing, and we're competing for those finite resources. And if you have them, I don't. If I have them, you don't. And so our answer is pull the resources out of nature faster and compete with each other harder. And now our tools of competition, our tools of warfare are big enough to destroy the entire planet, and our ability to pull the resources out is enough that it can also destroy the whole planet. So
Mhm.
we've outgrown the playing field.
Mhm.
And so that game is coming to an end. So either we end with that game or we
Mhm.
create a new game. And the new game will be an infinite game, not a finite game. It'll be a positive sum, not a zero sum. And it'll be one where fundamentally our ability to uh, thrive and others' ability to thrive are not in opposition to each other.
Yeah.
And that is an economic model shift, right? It is a worldview shift. And we could do another show just focused on these topics.
That's exactly what I was going to suggest. Is I think we're going from the micro to the macro
But here's
at
where we'll
this
tie
point.
them together.
Yeah.
We live in a time when there is more at stake than there has ever been, where because of the magnitude of our technology, we can all affect more than anyone has ever been able to affect.
Mhm.
Gandhi couldn't put things on YouTube and get virality, right?
Right.
Um, and so we have the potential to affect things in a way that it could actually contribute to moving in the direction of humans not continuing or a higher quality of life than anyone has ever been able to realize emerging. So this is the context for all of us contemplating our becoming.
Mm.
So the being side is I can access the same state of timeless fullness and beauty now that people could in the time of Buddha, right? Because it's eternal, it's timeless. And that can be a place I can access as respite and as fuel to then come in to this actual time, which is very different than the time of Buddha or any other time, and say, my becoming is not to win at a game that is dying, but is to actually try and help change the game. What is my role? What is the role that I could have in self actualizing in a way that serves not just me, but all life?